Children from Kitscoty Elementary School took a road trip back in time today. As Mike Baden explains, the students headed to the Frenchman Butte Museum to learn about the lives of pioneers.
This was how they did it in the old days. It was a lot of hard work, and these grade 4s had a chance to take part in all kinds of pioneer-type activities at the Frenchman Butte Museum.
We take the ice cream making, and the butter making, and the bannock making, and then we have the tours through the CN building, the Lloyd Furman building and the CN building here. We have a blacksmith shop that they demonstrate rope making.
The museum is put together by a group of local volunteers who help teach the kids the day-to-day life of a pioneer.
I volunteer and make bannock to show the children how the native people had survived and made their bread on the trail and things like that, and what they ate.
This field trip is a great way for the students to learn about Canada's history in a way they can't in a classroom.
It's great because they get to experience hands-on activities. They get to see it in real life. It's so much more in depth when they actually get to see it and feel it, rather than just me talking about it in the classroom.
After all the activities were finished, we asked the kids what was their favorite part of the day.
What do you remember?
Dressing up.
Yeah, dressing up was fun.
The museum has a rich 30-year history and continues to bring in groups of students year after year. Mike Baden, Newcap News.
Whether it's getting a first apartment, moving to a new city, or starting a new job, being in your early 20s is a time filled with new beginnings. But it's also a perfect time to start planning for the future. And this week's Makes Sense, Tegan Wingfield looks into the benefits of starting a financial plan while you're in your 20s.
It may look as though the 20-something generation is all about fun and games, but in reality, this is the perfect time for financial planning.
We have the benefits of longevity. Some of those things that we may be saving for in the future, like our retirement or perhaps our children's post-secondary education, we really can reap the benefits of many, many years of compounding interest as well as returns.
Cassandra House's financial concerns are closer than retirement plans, and she wants her problem solved as quickly as possible.
Just coming out of school, I have a lot of student debt. What is the fastest and easiest way to pay off my student loan?
When it comes to student loans and paying them off, the best thing that we can do is start paying them off as soon as possible. Don't wait till the very end. The sooner the better. That way you can decrease the amount of interest you're actually paying in the long run, as well increasing the amount of those payments and the frequency of those payments.
It's never too soon to start thinking about your future.
What's a good investment for me to make so I can be secure in my future?
Finding certain products like term deposits, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, seg funds, the list goes on and on there. And then also investing those into the proper accounts. The best thing someone can do at this stage is come on down, talk to one of our financial advisors so that we can really get to know you best and determine what your goals are.
So just remember, being in your 20s is the perfect time for you to start planning for your future, because really, your age is your biggest asset. For this week's Make Sense, I'm Tegan Wingfield.
Global Property Inspections is your home and commercial building inspection company. Gain a thorough, unbiased, confidential, and professional inspection. Global Property Inspections.
Well, the SPCA's Dog Jog is coming up fast, and now's the time to get out there and get your pledges. On this week's Pet Project, Allison and Jennifer tell us about the events at the Dog Jog, plus we meet a couple of great new companions.
Hi and welcome to this week's Pet Project. I'm at the Lloydminster and District SPCA with Jennifer, and this is Friday.
Yes, Friday is a 1.5-year-old Cocker Spaniel cross. He will need to be neutered and to get his rabies vaccination. He is a very friendly guy and loves attention. He still acts very much though like a puppy. He would do best in a home that has the time to train him and work on his socialization. He seems to do really well with other cats, dogs, and kids that we've introduced him to, but it's always best to come down to the shelter and do a meet and greet if you're interested in Friday.
And who is this?
This is Champagne. She is a 2-year-old snowshoe cat, which is actually a variation of the Siamese cat. She came in as a stray, then had 7 kittens, and is now up for adoption. She's kind of one of those cats that's okay to do things on her own, but she doesn't mind other dogs or other cats. She is already spayed and litter trained, so she's ready to go.
So your Dog Jog and Family Fun Day is coming up pretty quick, eh?
It is. It's under 2 weeks away. It's happening Sunday, June 26th at Bud Miller Picnic Shelter. It's an event for the whole family, dogs included. There's going to be a 5-kilometer run or walk with your dog. There's going to be a lot of different vendors, agility and obedience demonstrations as well. You can get your pledge forms now online at www.lloydminsterspca.org or go to that website to see a list of participating businesses of where you can pick up the forms.
Perfect, and we hope to see the whole family there, and thanks for joining us on this week's Pet Project.
The Pet Project is sponsored by Quick Pick Waste Disposal. Locally owned and operated and serving urban, rural, and industrial customers in Lloydminster and region.